Black here is 997. So grab our book of scripts, look for 997. Oh, one more. Here we go. We hear some noise in front of us. Then the darkness is erased by a long pillar of fire. Wild, pain-filled screams reach our ears. We hide and see a large armed unit with a flamethrower coming our way. They are clearing the building room by room. We have to run. We make a dash for a nearby building, but then we notice flames coming from it as well. It must be a large-scale operation. We keep running, but the closest intersection is blocked by 2 armored trucks and a large patrol group. With the mounting feeling of dread, we realize that we're trapped. Okay, so it looks like we are trying not to get burned alive. So our 2 options. We try to hide in one of the piles of debris on the street, or we try to tear through the soldiers and escape the trap. Man, sometimes neither of these options seem good. If I hide, maybe they'll still see me. Maybe I'll still get some burn marks. Who knows? If I try to tear through the soldiers and escape the trap, that could be worse. They might see me and point the flames at me, or just shoot me. I think I'm gonna hope I can hide and maybe get a good luck out of this. So going to 1102. We steal over a nearby pile of rubble and hide amongst the debris, hoping that no one will find us while the death commandos methodically comb through the buildings. Time passes. The wind rises. Rain starts pouring. We spend a few hours huddled together in the squall, caught between a blockade and a fire. Our clothes get completely soaked. Our teeth are chattering. When the hellish noises die down, we carefully move on. It's possible the downpour saved our lives, but we'll definitely feel its after effects. Raise the illness of one chosen character present by 1. Back to game. That is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So luckily I did find the herbal meds, and it's only 1 character that's illness is going up. I think I will give this to Marin here. And then I'll just give him the herbal meds. Maybe I'll get lucky and the illness will go away. So that was that reality impact. Kind of crazy. I still have all the time for my expiration, so let's keep moving on. We have some bars here, but it's only closed door and basement entrance for the map card. So you discard that and you'll draw another one. We have climb up, look for another way, return 3 expiration cards, or you climb, roll the gray combat die for each scavenger or each scavenging character to determine how many wounds they suffered during the climb. I already got illness 1, I'm not gonna risk getting wounds here. So I'm down to 3 expiration cards. We have some rubble here. There is no rubble in this area, so we draw another one. Stairs down. Look for another way by either returning 3 expiration cards, which I only have 2, so I'm going to have to do the other one. Raise the noise by 3, so it goes to 4. And roll. So I'm looking for a 5 or higher. Alright, I rolled a 3, so that means I have to draw another residence card. Now we have homeless. A wreck of a human being begs you for some food. So with this one, you have to do one of these 2 things. The first part is either you're going to give him green and or yellow tokens with a total of 5 or more. So If I gave him a vegetable of 5, then it gives me a chance to lower my misery. Right now, no one's misery is... Everyone is 0. If I don't give them anything, I roll for empathy, and if they fail, I raise it by 1. Alright, so I think I want my vegetables. I think I'm just going to roll and take the chance, so I'm not going to give them anything. It's day 1, we're all fighting here, we're all pretty much homeless. So I have to roll the black die, compare the result with the empathy of each character present. A result of equal to or less than raises misery by 1, so both of them are 5, so I'm looking for a 6 or higher. 5. Great. So misery goes up 1 and misery 1. And this gets removed from the game. It doesn't get shuffled back. So I have 2 more expirations. And I think I'm just going to trade with them right now. So I'll discard an expiration card. And I can trade with the civilians here. So it says go to 993. You may buy any of these tokens. So let's see, we have red or broken weapons ammo weapon parts, yellow. I can get some more herbal meds, but I think I need to use the jewelry I got, maybe the urban weapon part, and see if I can get things to deal with everybody's habits here. So because on the green section, they do allow me to get coffee, cigarettes, and moonshine. It's just a matter of how much of it I can get. And the trade commission is 0, so I don't have to pay extra. So if I start out with just 1 of each, or let me see what the prices are. Because cigarettes are only 1, coffee's only 1, the moonshine is 3. So right now, because I have 13 total. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. And I can still get more cigarettes and coffee. So I still have 3 more. This is a really good trade for me because I don't have to worry about people's habits going up. I'm looking for the other coffee. There we go. So let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. With that jewelry really saved me to help out everyone's habits. And this is 13 for them. Excellent trade. So the moonshine has weight to it. These do not. I do have 1 more expiration card, so I could return this and talk with them, or let me just explore. You may ignore this card or hideout. Return as many expiration cards as you wish to lower the noise by the same amount. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore it and end the expiration. So I guess this will go here. So while these guys were out and about scavenging during the night, well, at home, Roman had to deal with any night raids at the same time. So they don't come back till after I do the night raids phase, which is right now. So I don't have any weapons or ammo that I can give him. So he's pretty much just fighting with his fist. So the first night raid card is a memory. Choose a character currently on guard duty. So Roman, check their misery. His misery is at 0 and I have to roll 7. So Roman, misery 0, 7, page 720. So So that's good because at least I know that we're not getting attacked or anything stolen. He's just having some thoughts. So these are Roman's thoughts to himself, or memory. After we finished carving up the city between ourselves and the enemy, things got even uglier. Entire groups of civilians were brought in for questioning. Much too often they were shot, so as not to leave witnesses behind, I guess. I wanted no part of that. I'm a fighter, but I'm not a murderer. So he's seen some pretty ugly stuff out there when he was in the army or military, whatever branch you want to call the one out here. After the memories resolve, you just shuffle it back into the Night Raid card. And there's a crime wave going on, so you can either draw in whatever combination you want from the more advanced Residence and Night Raid cards. They're the ones with this little symbol, exclamation mark on the top. So I'm just pulling the Residence card. I pretty much always do the Residence first before I have to put it into the Night Raids, because Night Raids, I feel like they're going to happen every turn, whereas Residence, you at least have a chance of not pulling a Residence card. One thing I did forget was the choose finding stage. So I was supposed to, all these don't weigh anything. These have a total weight of 3. My character's inventory space together is 6. So I actually have space for 3 more things. When you have extra space, you can either take water, wood, or components. I am going to grab 3 water. So the Night Raid phase is done. Now we go into the Dawn phase. So the Scavenging Party returns. Get my water, get our moonshine. We got the filter. Got herbal meds. Hopefully we can take care of Marin's illness. And we got lots of little goodies here, since everyone has to have a habit. They don't have to, but these 3 do. Now we assign meds and bandages. No one's wounded. I don't have any bandages anyways, but I do have the herbal meds. I can add that to Marin here. And we'll draw the first fate card. First thing, raise the illness of all ill characters who do not take any meds or herbal meds by 1. So luckily he did, so his illness stays the same. And then heal the wounds of all characters who had bandages. No one has wounds or bandages. Then you discard bandage tokens from all characters. So no one has anything to discard. If the cold tokens minus board ups is 1 or more, we just started, so there's no cold tokens yet. We exchange the nearest small location, which will be the squat that we actually just went to. So that one goes away. This one slides down. Flip over a new one. We have the central square. We have no weight tokens to resolve, and this card wants us to resolve Spirit C on all characters. With Marin, if Marin is miserable at level 2 or 3, raise his illness by 1. He's only at 1, so he's alright. If Amira is miserable by 2 or 3, by level 2 or 3, raise her misery by 1. It's still at 1. If Roman is wounded or ill at level 2 or 3, raise his misery by 1. So got lucky in this round. Nothing happened. Shuffle in that fate card. Now we draw 2 narrative actions, and we get to pick 1 to keep. So we have Secret Storage. At the beginning of the Night Raid phase, place any 3 tokens/resources from our storage on this card. They are ignored when the Night Raid damage is resolved. So essentially, I get to, if there's anything I really don't want them to steal, maybe a weapon, or if I have cans of food, then I can put on the Secret Storage to hide it from them. The other one is the Night Owl. Play at the beginning of an evening phase. Choose 1 character. This character may now perform all of their actions again, as if it was a day action. So this is actually, I actually really like this because it gets someone's someone gets to do a whole full set of their day actions again. So I'm going to keep that. Allows me to open up the house more. So something I just realized I forgot to do was raise everyone's fatigue by 1, since we went out scavenging and everybody was awake all night long because Marin and Amira went scavenging and Roman was up all night guarding the shelter. Whereas if you actually slept, then the fatigues would go down or completely away if you have a bed. So, yeah. That, no one died. There's nothing to roll for as far as anybody being sad. I do need to shuffle this back into the residence deck. And that is the end of day 1. So I'll end the video there and hopefully get to see you guys for day 2.